Third chapter in statistics, organization of data. Organization of data refers to the arrangement of figures in such a form that comparison of the more similar data may be facilitated and further analysis may be possible. Means we are arranging the data or we are organizing the data, that one we can call as organization of data. Then what is classification of data? Classification of data, the process of grouping data according to their characteristic, is known as classification of data. According to the characteristic, we are arranging the data, means that one is classification of data. Suppose on Kabadiwala, actually he was collecting some materials like empty glass bottles, then iron, copper, brass, newspapers, plastic, glass, metals. He collected together, but after that, for arranging, he need to classify or he need to organize. How he can organize? He can organize glass under a separate group and plastic under a separate groups, broken mirrors or window panes at a separate group. Like that he can arrange. That one is classification. Okay. Then classification is arranging or organizing things into groups or classes based on some criteria. Here we are classifying like gases, same category, we are classified into separate group. Like that we can arrange books also. Suppose economics books we can arrange separately, statistics books we can arrange separately, mathematics books we can arrange separately. Means these books have same characteristics, then we are arranging these books in same section. Okay, that one is the classification. Means same characteristic things we are arranging in a group. That one is the classification. Here you can see some numbers. That one is students mark. Okay, that one we can arrange in subject wise, then it will be easy. Suppose history marks we can arrange separately, economics mark we can arrange separately, computer science mark we can arrange separately. Like that we can arrange the data separately. That one is classification of data. Okay, then classification and organization of data is it is grouping of data according to their characteristic. That one is the classification of data. Okay, then organization of data refers to the arrangement of figures in such a form that comparison of the more similar data may be facilitated and further analysis may be possible. Means we are classifying or we are grouping the data together, then it will be easy for further classification. Classification of data. Next one is classification of data. Then this classification of data is the process of grouping data according to their characteristic, is known as classification of data. Okay, then according to their characteristic we are classifying the data. That one is classification of data. Then objectives of classification: to simplify complex data. Why we are classifying the data? First reason, to simplify complex data. Second one, to facilitate understanding. To facilitate, third one, to facilitate comparison. Fourth one, to make analysis and interpretation easy. and fifth one to arrange and put the data according to their common characteristic. These are the objectives of classification of data. Then main thing is to simplify the complex data. Then now we can go through the types of classification. First one is geographical or spatial classification. Second one chronological classification. Third one qualitative classification. Next one quantitative classification, and next one alphabetical classification. These are the main classifications of data. First we can go through geographical classification. When the data classified according to geographical location or region like state, cities, zones, regions, areas, it is called geographical classification. Suppose we can give an example, the production of food grains in India or production of food grains in America, then it is geographical classification. Okay, here you can see like serial number, name of states and total food grains. Here Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, that one mentioning some places like some state, that one is geographical classification. Next one chronological classification. When data are observed over a period of time, the type of classification is known as chronological classification on the basis of time of occurrence. National income figures like annual output, wheat, monthly expenditure of a household, like examples of consumptions of milk daily, then like figures of population. These are the chronological classification. Then here you can see year wise like chronological 1941, 51, 61. This one is the chronological classification of population in India from 1941 to 1991. This one is the chronological classification. Then next one alphabetical classification according to alphabetical order. Okay. Next one qualitative classification. We may first divide population into males and females on the basis of attributes, sex. Each of these class may be further subdivided into two, literate and illiterate, means male group, female group, like that. We are classifying data, means we can call it as qualitative classification. Okay, on the basis of attribute, okay, we can classify as qualitative classification. Another one is quantitative classification. It refers to the classification of data according to some measures like height in 7 feet or 6 feet, weight like 68 kg, income like 10,000, sales or sales profit like 5,000. Then it is quantitative classification. Example, the students of a college may be classified according to weight as follows. You can see next one quantitative 40 to 50, number of students 60, like 50 to 60 like 50, like that we can classify, depends on the weight. That one is the quantitative classification. Next one, what are the good characteristic of classification, like comprehensiveness, clarity, homogeneity, suitability, stability, elasticity. Now concept variable, like discrete. What is a variable? A characteristic or a phenomenon which is capable for being measured and changes its value over time is called variable. Means we know, suppose now your weight is 65 After 1 week or 2 weeks it is 75. Then that one is the change, that one is variable. Okay, then here discrete variable is there, continuous variable is there. Discrete variables are those variables that increase in terms or in incomplete numbers. That one is discrete variables. Means like no fraction is possible. Means number of students in a class like 5 or 6, like that only we can tell. It's not possible to tell like 5.6 or 1/8, like that it is not possible. Number of vehicles or number of car in a showroom like 1 or 2 or 10 or 15, like that only we can tell. It is not possible to tell like 15.5. Then what is continuous variables? Variables to assume the values increase not in jumps but continuously in fractions are called continuous variables. Like height of a boy like 5.1, 5.3, 5 feet and 3 inch. That one is continuous variables. Okay. Then what is raw data? Data collected in original or crude form. Then what is statistical series? Systematic arrangement of statistical data. Then what is series? Arranging of raw data into different classes into a given order in a sequence, we can call it as series. If we are arranging the data in a sequence, that one is statistical series. Next one, here you can see some roll numbers, means that one is serial numbers and marks. What is ascending order? Ascending order, these are the basic things in statistics. Ascending order means smallest number is placed first, that one is ascending order. Next one is descending order, the highest number we will place, that one is descending order. What is frequency series? Discrete series are there or frequency array. No class intervals, in that one no class intervals. Frequency distribution with class intervals like 5 to 10, like that class intervals, that one is frequency distribution. Then now we can go to some basic terms. Class, each given internal is called class. Here you can see 0 to 5, 5 to 10, suppose your mark is 4. Then between 0 and 5, that one is first class, 0 to 5. Next class is 5 to 10. Okay. Next one, class limit. There are two limits, upper limit and lower limit. Upper limit and 0 is the lower limit and 5 is the upper limit. Next one, class interval. Difference between upper limit and lower limit is the class interval. Difference between upper and lower limit is class interval. Next one, range. Difference between upper and lower limit is the range. Here between 0 and 5 and 0, what is the range? It is 5. 5 to 10, what is the range? It is 5. Means difference between upper limit and lower limit is the range. Next one, midpoint. Midpoint means midpoint or mid value is upper limit minus lower limit divided by 2. Upper limit minus lower limit. Here upper limit is 10 and lower limit is 5. 10 minus 5, upper limit is 10 and lower limit is 5. Then 10 minus 5, it is 5. Okay. Then it is midpoint or mid value is the upper limit minus lower limit divided by 2. Okay. Here then 10 minus 5, it is 5. 5 divided by 2, 2.5. 2.5 is the mid value. Next one, frequency. Number of items or observation falling within a particular class is called as frequency. Number of items or a observation falling within a particular class is called as frequency.